We have already looked at these where it's like log base 2 of 2 is 1. And then log base 2 of 4 is 2, because you just say 2 to the what is 8? 3. 2 to the 16 is what? 4. You don't need to write those ones because we've really went over that quite a bit already. But the next thing we do is we're going to look at if we add and subtract logs of the same base, what can we do? So if we have log 2 of 4 plus log 2, 8, we know that log 2 to the 4 is 2, and log 2 to the 8 is 3. So it's technically 2 plus 3, which is 5, right? If you just did the logs separately and just put them together, like log 2 to the 4, this is 2, plus log 2 to the 8, which is 3, and that equals 5, right? But I really see just a desk with a phone on it. I must be seeing things, right? Like there's got to be something on that desk. Is there? Paper? A pen? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. That's good. That is not good. That is, you just put that back in your file folder there. There we go. Okay. Recording that. That's good too. Okay. So log same base, and we have numbers beside it with a plus sign. If we just added them, we'd get log base 2 of 12. Does that give you 5? 2 to the 5 is 12? No, it doesn't make sense. What could I do that if I put them together, it would get me 5? Log base 2 of what? 32. So what am I doing when I'm adding bases with the same, or adding logs with the same base? You're multiplying. So you're actually going log base 2 of 4 times 8, which is log base 2 of 32. Does that make sense? And you can only put them together if you have a 1 in front of the log. So both logs have to have 1s in front of them, positive or negative 1s in front, in order to put them together. So if we have log base 2 of 2, that's 1, plus log base 2 of 32 is 5, and that's equal to 6. If I put them together as a single logarithm instead of 2, because they both have 1s in front of them, and they both have plus 1s in front of them, they go together by multiplication. So it's log base 2 of 2 times 32, which is log base 2 of 64. This formula is on your formula sheet. Log b times m times n equals log bm plus log bn. Everyone's really good at going from log bm plus log bn to this, but everyone forgets that you can separate your multiplication out into addition. They forget this way and remember this way every single time. Remember, there's an equal sign between them, so they're equivalent. So for example, if I had log base 3 of 9ab, people will sit there for a while and be like, I can't do this. But you can. So what they'll do is they'll separate it as log base 3 of 9a plus log base 3 of b. And then that answer is not there. Well, these three terms are actually, these three things here are actually multiplied together, right? So they would get you actually 3 logs, not 2. So you get log base 3 of 9 plus log base 3 of a plus log base 3 of b. So your answer would actually be 2 plus log base 3 of a plus log base 3 of b. Do you know what they usually have the answer as? Then they go put them back together. So the answer is usually this. 2 plus log base 3 AB. So you have to technically separate them apart first, because these ones here get rid of the log, right? The log goes away and it becomes a 2. And then these still have bases and they put them back together. Do you see that? So they'll separate them by addition signs because they're all multiplied. That log base 3 of 9 turns into a 2. Log base 3 of a, 3 of b, and then they put them back together. Okay? So whenever you see a coefficient in front, like 27 or 25, whatever this may be behind it, and this base, you know, works together with it, there's a good chance they're separating them and forming it to one number. Okay? So this is the formula off your formula sheet. Like I said, everyone's really good going this direction. Everyone forgets that you can go that direction. So these ones up here, you'd say, well, why wouldn't we just do the math? Well, they're never going to give you ones that are just numbers. They're going to give you variables so that you can't just go do the math, right? So looking at number 3, or number 4 here, bless you. It says, for example, log base 2 of 15 plus log base 2 of y can be given as 1 log in the form what? So they want it as a single log. So both of these have plus 1s in front. So you're going to get log base 2, and they both have to have the same base. If they don't have the same base, you can't put them together. Okay? So log base 2 of what? 15y. Yeah. Okay? Now what about this? Log base 3, 9xy. You try that one out. What can you simplify it? It can be expanded to what? So you get log base 3 of 9 plus log base 3 of x plus log base 3 of y. This becomes 2, and then these you can put back together, plus log base 3xy. Okay? They might leave them separated, too. Who knows, right? That's the hardest part about logs and exponential is they may keep going and put them back together, or they might leave them partially open. Depends on what the multiple choice is, and you have to get yours to look like theirs, right, when it's a multiple choice answer. So this one here, log base 2 of 8 is 3, minus log base 2 of 4 is 2, and you get a 1. What do you think we're going to do in this case when there's a minus sign? Divide. So log base 2. Now this is what I'm going to tell you. If it has a plus 1 in front, it goes to the numerator. If it has a minus I don't know what just happened. I did that thing again. It says mute off, but hopefully it's actually off. All right, you try 3 and 4. So in the numerator, you're going to get x. You're going to get times 2x. If you have more than one thing in the numerator or in the denominator, you multiply them. In the bottom, you're going to get x squared times y. So on the top, you have log 2x squared over x squared y. What could we do? So you're going to get log 2 over y. Most people will stop here. What could we do? That's a good answer, but they could keep going. What could they do? They could expand it back out again, right? So they could go log 2 to the 2 minus log 2 to the y and give you 1 minus log y as your log 2 to the y as your answer. Right? They could keep going. It's a good answer, but remember the diploma is multiple choice and numeric response. So you're trying to match what they have. And that's where the issue lies, because you'll get to a good answer. Like the answer's good. There's nothing wrong with that answer, but that's not an answer that's there. So you have to think, what else could I do to maybe get me there? Or maybe it is there. You circle it, you move on, you're happy. Yeah. No, they'd both be right. They can't do that. Yeah. So what they might do in a numeric response is go like a minus log 2b, like 2y, right? And then ask you for what a would be. And you get to hear and you're like, it would be nothing. I don't have anything. But it's not actually right. So they could ask it that way too. Okay, and then this one, you can put them together because they all have plus or minus 1 in front. Log base 2. 2 goes in the numerator. 3 goes in the numerator. 6 goes in the denominator. 8 goes in the denominator because they have minus 1s in front, right? So you get log base 2 of 6 over 48, which is equal to log base 2 of 1 over 8. 2 to the what is 1 over 8? Negative 3. You try those two. Which is minus m. I'm going to tell you right now, the moment I don't put a base on these, so the base is what? 10? People don't spot they should put it together. Because when you see like base 2, base 2, base 2, you're like, why are they all? Oh, they're all the same base. Put them together. But when I don't have a base on them, people will sit there for a little while and be like, I don't know. So if you want, you can write the 10, and maybe it will help you out. So it would be log base 10 of a b cubed over the square root of c. And you don't have to write the base 10 part. But often they'll turn that half into a square root sign. Yeah. No. What does that give you? Okay. So this one here, a lot of people don't spot this again. If it's missing a base, maybe write the base as 10. Often that helps people because they'll sit there and be like, I don't know. But if I write log base 10, then when you see log base 10 of 100 plus log base 10 of a plus log base 10 of b squared, you might spot that log base 10 of 100 is actually what? 2. If you don't have the base 10 down there, a lot of people are like, log 100. Great. I like it. I'm just going to keep it that way. But if you have the base 10, you spot it and go, oh, right, that turns to a 2. Could I leave these logs separate? Log A plus log B squared? Absolutely. You're just trying to match what they have, right? You guys try 2, 3, and 4. And then these two.